Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Biscuit. How is everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day wherever you are. So today's video, we are going to be creating a Halloween inspired set based on these glitter acrylics that I did receive from Royalty Nail Supplies. If you guys are interested in any of the acrylics that you will see, make sure you go over to libbyortega.com. Make sure you add to cart and use my coupon code IamBiscuit7 at checkout to save yourself some coins, okay? So I thought that I would recreate a design that I have fell in love with on Instagram. Now, by all means, I am not a professional, like professional, like expert, like period, you know. I just love to recreate a lot of stuff, and also not only that, I like to try things, right? So I'm gonna put a picture on the screen here, and these are the nails that I'm going to be recreating to the best of my abilities, right? I always say I never done nothing, and then I end up knocking it out the park. So, and of course, from this collection, I will be using Witching Hour, which is this one here. You probably can see it a little bit better this way. So it's some black, purple, and blue. So we're gonna be using this one. I'm gonna try to recreate this to the T as much as possible. So that's what we're gonna be using today. We're gonna be using the this glitter acrylic. And then I also brought out my powder white from Royalty Nail Supplies, my crystal clear. I also brought out black onyx. And I also brought out this purple just because I want to see if it is a little bit darker than what is showing up in the jar. So we're going to be doing that today. All right, so I'm also going to be doing the pop off method as much as possible, but this time I'm actually going to try a different pop off method, a little similar to the one I have normally been using. So I'm going to take some of my cuticle oil, which I'm going to be using the one from our nest today. I'm still going to go ahead and put cuticle oil all on my nail plate, on my nails. All right, so I'm going to do that. But this time I'm going to be using a peel off base coat. Typically I use top coat, so I am going to be actually using this base coat for today's video. And actually, let me turn on my lamp. And I'm gonna hope that this will still allow me to pop off my nails once I'm done. But we shall see, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and cure this for 60 seconds. And then I'll be back. All right, so I have my peel base coats, and I'm actually going to adhere my tips. I'm going to be using my extra long tips that I got from Royalty Nail Supplies. I did go ahead and just empty out the bag and place them in my container. So I already did find my sizes, so here we are. And we're going to go ahead and adhere them with some of my top coat, and then I'm also going to be using my LED UV light, which you will see here. All right, okay, so I'm gonna leave that a little bit in the video for you all to see, and then we'll go. As y'all know, I like to start from my pinky and then work my way to my thumb area, and I'm just gonna apply some top coat on the tip. And I'm going to turn my UV light on already, and I'm going to place this down because I want to try to get it as straight as possible. And then I'm going to place it underneath the lamp. I'm just going to do a quick, probably 15-second cure because it should be on there, right? And then we're just going to repeat the steps. So I'm actually on the side of my lamp, so it makes it easier for me to apply my top coat without it automatically curing. Okay. So again, I like to make sure that it's nice and straight, and then bring over underneath the lamp. That's why I love this 2-in-1 LED UV lamp. because I don't have to worry about like those small ones that have like the little C cup to it. I have ample room to move my fingers. This is just, it's amazing. So I'm gonna finish this up and then I will be back. All right, so I have my nail tips on and they are fully cured. I did go ahead and put my entire hand in my Melody Susie lamp, and I did go ahead and cure that. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up all my acrylics. Again, I will be using everything from Royalty Nail Supplies, and I'm going to be creating that inspired set that you saw in the previous clips. So it's pretty much like a lava lamp is what I kind of got from that, a spooky lava lamp, ghost lamp. So it was really pretty. So I thought that I would try my hand in recreating it. So I'm going to go ahead, because I am working with black acrylic today. I did decide to go ahead and lay down just a little bit of clear just to kind of prevent any staining if that was going to be the case. So I'm going to go ahead and put down that clear just as a layer or a barrier between that colored acrylic, because this black is really, really, really pigmented. And that's a good thing because you'll get a nice color payoff. So I'm going to go ahead and use my RNS brush, and I'm going to actually drain out some of that liquid just because I'm trying to get as close to the cuticle as possible. But I realized I drained out a little bit too much because it was getting a little chalky. So I did go ahead and I did get some more liquid in my brush, and now I'm trying to clean up just a tad bit around my cuticle. Go slow. If you need to use smaller beads, don't hesitate to use smaller beads, okay? And take your time. I did take my time. I think I was probably doing this set for at least 2.5 hours. So yeah, so now once I got that cuticle bead laid the way that I wanted, I'm gonna go ahead and take my X-Acto knife, and I'm gonna go ahead and carve out that acrylic, just because I want to try to get it as straight as possible to mimic the top of the lamp. So I'm gonna also be repeating this step on all of my fingers. I did go ahead and leave it in for like two more of my fingers, just so that way you guys will be able to get the idea. And then I did speed up the video, so hopefully you will enjoy this part, and then I will be coming back. Oh, also I did go ahead and repeat the same thing for the tip of the nail, just so that way it can, like I said, obviously mimic a lava lamp. So hopefully you all enjoy. I'll be back. So also I just kind of wanted to give a little bit of a tip. So when you are kind of doing, let's just say this would be like a color blocking, because you also could use this technique for color blocking. You want to try to make sure that your acrylic is setting, and you don't want it to be fully set, but you want it enough to be hard. That way you can carve out the section of acrylic that you no longer need. So just keep an eye on that. You'll know when it starts to dry, and you can go in with your X-Acto knife and then start cutting so you can get that nice crisp edge. also you will need to try to attempt to make sure you get these at the same size. So I did go ahead and hold my hands together facing me, so that way I can see where I would need to cut, or if I needed to add more acrylic, just to make sure that they're even across the board. I mean, you don't want one to be longer than the other or shorter than the other. So you definitely want to make sure that you get these at the same length. So I was able to put my fingers towards my face, and I was able to cut that way instead of having them laying straight out, because you wouldn't be able to tell if they're at the same length. So that's why you see me holding my hands just like this, and I'm looking at it just to make sure that I have enough and that it's even. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take my file, and I wanna kind of crispen up that edge just to make it a little bit easier for when I go in with Royalty Nail Supplies Witching Hour. And then of course I will be doing the ghost, and then I will be capping with clear. So I just want to make sure that it's nice and crispy. And as you can see, it is still very pigmented, because you see the black color coming off on my file. So yeah, get this nice and crispy, and then we can move on to the next part. All right, so here we are. We are about to go ahead and take Royalty Nail Supplies Witching Hour, and we are gonna go ahead and fill in the clear part that is going to act like the background for the lava, and definitely give it a pretty background for when we apply the 3D ghosts. So this acrylic is super pretty, super gorgeous, and it definitely gives off Halloween vibes, okay? I did go ahead and do a swatch video for their Halloween collection. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and pause this video, head on over there and go watch. Thank you. And if you are interested in anything that you do see, make sure you head on over there and use my discount code at checkout and save yourself some coins, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on every finger, and I'll be back. super pretty. And just imagine when we get that top coat on there. That's why I was putting that monomer on top. Look, yes ma'am, to the gods. All right, so I have never done 3D ghosts before. This will be a first time. So I was playing around on the nail tip, trying to figure out how I would lay this 3D ghost. I did at least maybe 4. The first 2 didn't turn out so great. They looked like something else. If you know, you know. So I kind of kept practicing, and then after a while I was like, sis, just get it over with. So I did go ahead and freehand these ghosts to the best of my abilities. I've never made a ghost before, like I said. So yeah, I was just trying to sculpt it as best as I knew how and try to get a design. But you know, eventually, you know, the more you keep doing, the more you keep practicing, the better you will get at it. What's my motto? Practice makes perfect. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get these 3D ghosts in on these nails, and then I'll be back. So these 3D ghosts were very tedious, okay? It took me, I would say maybe at least 3 to 4 minutes on each ghost just to make sure that I had it the way that I wanted it. But of course, I ended up going in with like an extra little bead of acrylic just to make sure it was perfect. So these took a while. So I was not trying to put all this in the video, but you see I skipped over the pointer finger and went to the middle finger. But this will be the last finger that I show, and then I will be showing you all what the ghosts look like on all of the fingers. All right, so here is the final look of the ghosts, and baby, it took forever, but these actually look really cute. So I'm definitely pleased with me having to do ghosts for the first time. Again, I said practice makes perfect, so they are far from perfect, but they will definitely be useful right now on my nails. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cap my entire nails with the clear. And you guys have seen me cap nails before, so I'm just gonna make sure that I wet my nail first, because I want to try to prevent any air bubbles or any bubbles from getting in my acrylic. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply my beads so that way I can cap this nail in full. All right, so we are gonna go ahead and get right into the filing process. You all know that I typically use my e-file to go around and file my nails, especially the cuticle area. And then once I'm done with the cuticle area, then I go ahead and use my sanding band. And then I go ahead and use my hand file to make sure that I crispen up the edges and the sides and the free edge of the nail. And then I go ahead and use the buffer to make sure everything is nice and crispy and smooth. All right, so cuticle area is done. Now we're gonna go ahead and take our hand file and crispen up those sides and the free edge. Also, I know this may look a little aggressive, but you got to remember I did go ahead and speed up this video. That is why it is going so fast, because honey, this video was 120 minutes long. So it was over an hour, and I got it down to what, 30 something minutes, 35, 39 minutes. So yes, I did go ahead and speed up this video just for the sake of time. So if you see me going fast, that's because I sped up the video, okay? Here we are. The nails are done with the filing, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do my buffing now. And baby, like I said, these are getting better by the moment. I feel like those little lumps and bumps was like, okay, we getting there. And then here we are with the filing. We're there. And then as soon as we get to this buffing, yes, we're done. So these are absolutely gorgeous, and I just can't wait until the top coat hits. Yes, ma'am. See what I mean? So I did go ahead and wipe off my nails, and now we're gonna go ahead and do the ghost face. And I first started off thinking, okay, well, I'll use a liner brush to make the eyes. And then I was like, I didn't like how that looked. And then I ended up going to a dotting tool. So, you know, I was trial and error. just trying to see what looked best, and I thought that the dotting tool worked best. So here is where you are seeing me wipe off the nails again, because I was like, I just didn't like the lines. And then I'm going to go in with the dotting tool to make the faces again. So again, if some don't seem right to you, just erase, start over. Nothing wrong with that. So we're going to go ahead and apply our deluxe gloss top coat from Royalty Nail Supplies. We're going to go ahead and apply this on all of our fingers, and then we will be finished. I will be back with the final look. All right, cuticle oil is on, and here is the final look. Hopefully you all have enjoyed today's video. I think I knocked this right out the park. If you all have enjoyed, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit that post notification bell so that way you never miss a video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok at IamBiscuit7. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And as always, love on your people, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. You want a little spotlight, babe?
Yeah, give me some spotlight. Highlight.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. New intro coming soon.
That will not be the intro. What are you singing? Oh my gosh. Bye, y'all.